And finally, Mr. Kuzner.
Platform guests and ladies and gentlemen, just before you start the clock, because I traveled the furthest to get here today, if you could give me a little leeway. It's always nice to come to Toronto, the hometown of my Maple Leafs, but I've yet to get my head around the $20 cab ride from the airport over to this hotel. It's probably no more than a long par 5. And then get the $4 cup of coffee. So I'm going to invite Athletes Can the next time that you have a gathering like this. It may be a little bit more for the airline tickets, but please, we'll help you come and we'll host you in Cape Breton, and we'll look forward to having you come to Cape Breton and inspire our island. Again, thanks to Athletes Can for allowing us the opportunity to discuss this important topic today of sport. Having competed, having coached, the minister had mentioned Canada Games. I had coached twice in '95 and '99 in the Canada Games. I'm a master course conductor with the NCCP and hold an Advanced 2 certification in hockey technical, coaching both junior A and university level hockeys over the past. And I've got 3 young boys that are involved in varying levels of sport and different sports, so I feel comfortable in entering into this discussion, but I'll read from a prepared text. I want to say as well that I'm very proud of how past Liberal governments, which I've been part of, advanced the cause for sport development in this country. Having launched the National Sport Consultation Process in May 2000, a discussion paper was developed that served as a basis for the April 2001 launch of the National Sports Summit in Ottawa, and many of you were at that particular summit. I remember being there and feeling the enthusiasm and excitement generated by the summit and the anticipation that was shared by all who joined us for those 2 days in Ottawa. From that summit, of course, came the Canadian Sport Policy, a powerful, inclusive vision for sport in Canada. It focused on enhanced participation, excellence, capacity, and interaction in sport. Federal, provincial, and territorial ministers endorsed that policy in April 2002, and it continues to serve as the fundamental template for sport development in Canada today. I was very proud, as was the sport community, when we announced that the 2010 Own the Podium policy and made significant increases to the Athletes Assistant Program and the 2010 Legacy Plans. With the sport policy as its foundation and the direction set, much was accomplished, however. Key aspects of the plan were cast aside and left all undone when we lost government in 2006. Like the opportunity to unite sport and physical activity under a full federal ministry. There continues to be a significant amount of support for this initiative within our caucus and within the leader's office, as well as support from approximately 140 sport and recreation organizations across the country, as well as the NDP and the Bloc. I will personally pledge today that I will continue to push for this, whatever the outcome of October 14th might be. I'm extremely proud to speak about our Sport and Recreation Facilities Fund because our party believes an active society is a healthier society. This is a $3 billion fund that would allow the federal government to work with other levels of government and community groups to renew and expand their arenas, pools, gymnasiums, and other sport and leisure facilities, with at least $700 million being invested by 2013. A significant number of our facilities were initially constructed in the 60s and 70s and faced considerable rust out and operational challenges. This is an opportunity that has long been lobbied for by the municipal governments, national sport governing bodies, and advocacy groups, athletes, and average Canadians. I'd also like to share with you our commitment to expand the Canadian Health Measure Survey to provide much-needed information to help evaluate the risk factors for and the extent of major health concerns such as diabetes, obesity, hypertension, cardiovascular disease. In closing, I'm confident in saying that I believe the aspects of our platform that apply to sport are in line with the direction and the spirit of the Canadian sport policy. They will contribute to further enriching the an athlete-centered, coach-inspired sport development system and enrich the sporting experience for all Canadians. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kuzner. Thank you to all four of you for sharing that with us.